2 months ago, I sat silently and watched a man in a funny hat announce that we had completed the requirements issued by the state of New York. I sat in a black fold-out chair on the turf where I used to play soccer and run strides after horrible track practices. I said goodbye to the place I had gone to every day for 2.5 years. It had been 1.5 years since I had gone every day, but nonetheless, I had gone every day for 2.5 years. I looked up at the sky. It was blue. I thought about adventure. Adventure. 7 days ago, I packed up my cameras and notebooks and pencils, and my mom drove me to Philadelphia, to move here, to live with my cousin and her wife. There is a street here, not the street they live on, but a street next to a street that's next to the street they live on, filled with the giant leaves of old, healthy trees. Old yellow and cream-colored buildings perch on the sidewalk's edges on this street. They peer smilingly out at the relatively occasional passerbys. Hung above the streets are 2 strings that follow the street as it weaves and turns. 2 metal rungs in the cobblestones mirror the 2 strings. I look at them and imagine a bustling trolley, huffing and puffing around tight corners, too busy to say hello to the smiling yellow and cream-colored buildings. At night on the street next to the street next to the street my cousin and her wife live on, tiny fireflies freeze in rows on the trees. When my mom dropped me off, we had lunch at a bakery on the street next to the street where my cousin and her wife live. The bakery was called the Night Kitchen. My mom and I ducked under a deep blue awning. We got turkey sandwiches and lemonade and shortbread hands. Sitting next to some big pink flowers, we ate turkey sandwiches and looked out at the street next to the street where my cousin and her wife live. My mom told me the name of the big pink flowers. I stared at them through my iPhone. I forgot the name. My mom finished her shortbread. She packed up the leftover part of her turkey sandwich in brown paper and drove back to the city of glass. I sat at the Night Kitchen, next to the big pink flowers, and looked out at the street of large green leaves. I put the sleek white bugs in my ears and listened to a new album, an album released on August 20th, the day my mom drove me from the city of glass to Philadelphia and left me in the Night Kitchen to live with my cousin and her wife, my first real adventure. I opened my notebook. Traveling was done. It was time to make this week's video. The woman who created the album, the one I listened to as I sat in the Night Kitchen watching The Woman That Made Me Drive Away, said it encapsulates a New Zealand summer. I want to experience a New Zealand summer one day. I have to work hard in Philly in order to do that. Work hard in Philly, keep dreaming, and imagine, from Philly, from the street with the yellow and cream-colored smiling houses, from inside of the Night Kitchen, peering out from beneath the deep blue awning, what an album that encapsulates a New Zealand summer might look like.